Hey, YouTube. I'm broadcasting through StreamYard.com. It's some podcasting, something that I found on Facebook. Hopefully it work, and anyone that comes into my YouTube channel, hopefully y'all be able to see me and hear me. It'd be nice if they let you screen share. I don't know if they let you screen share on here. Comment. Finder, private chat comment. This is my first time doing this. So this one is called trying to figure out how to do script formatting and short film outlining for school. I am Cashmere Majesty. That is not my government name. That's just the name I use for social media platforms. I also go by Red Robin Hood. That is the only two names I use. I use Cashmere Majesty or I use Red Rotten Hood. It just depends on what social media platform I'm using. Sometimes I feel like being Cashmere, sometimes I feel like being Red. They are two different alter egos. To be honest, the alter ego thing started because um the alter ego thing started when I was in high school. I just never had a name for it yet. But it's for people it's for people who be judged by their looks or what they wear or where they live or who they be around. I used to always be judged and picked on. And my friends were always different. They were either biracial, a different race. They probably had some learning issues, mental issues, disabilities. They probably were seen as special ed. So I became a high school student at the age of probably like 9, probably 10. And from what I remember, I was kicked out of 2 different schools. I went to Walnut Elementary in Darby, Pennsylvania. Was there for a while. Had a lot of behavior problems. Was being bullied. And every time I was bullied, I took it out on everybody, the students, the staff. I had a lot of issues. And I got expelled. I got expelled to the point that they didn't even want me on school grounds. And from what I remember, what was my teacher name in one elementary? I remember who was the last teacher in one elementary. I just remember Miss DeSantis. That was my kindergarten teacher. So, in the last class I was in, the crazy thing about it is I had cousins that went to the same school as me. Eventually, one of my younger brothers went to the school. A lot of family members went to Walnut Elementary. We then took pictures around the same time. Most of us then left around the same time. It just seemed like a lot of people I knew went to Walnut Elementary. I'm just the one that ended up getting expelled. So what happened was I was wilding out because I was being picked on by some students, and it just got to the point where it got on my nerves. So I pretty much snapped out, and yep, I pretty much snapped out, and it got to the point where they were trying to kick me out the classroom, and I was refusing to go. I was throwing chairs across the classroom. I was throwing desks across the classroom, cursing out the teacher, cursing out students, telling people to leave me alone, don't touch me. So they decided to get the principal. And the principal was a female by the name of Miss Brown. And I done been in that principal office multiple times, even to the point where they had to call my parents to the school because I wasn't listening. So anyway, what ha- so what happened was, from what I remember, damn, I wanted to be hard hit. I wasn't listening. They called Miss Brown to the classroom, and she was trying to she was trying to get me out the classroom. but I kept pushing her hand away, telling everybody not to touch me, leave me alone, get out my face. Then it got to a point where I wouldn't listen. So she called herself grabbing me by my shirt, dragged me by my shirt, and I couldn't breathe. And this is a God honest truth. She dragged me by my shirt. I couldn't breathe, and I'm on the floor by now. And I kicked her in the stomach. I got sent to the principal office. My parents got called, and I pretty much got in trouble, and I got expelled. And when nobody listened to my story, they just knew that I got expelled for kicking the principal in the stomach. And this had to be like around 1999, 2000, somewhere around that. Once I got kicked out of Walnut Elementary, they took me to another school. I'll just call it community school. I don't know the name of the school. I don't even remember none of the students' names or staff members' names. So I went to community school for a while. I don't know how long I went. All I know is I went to that school for a while. Same old stuff. I had bullies. My parents had to keep getting called to the school. Um, I was fighting staff members. I was fighting students. It's crazy. It got to a point where I was getting kicked out the classroom. They make me stand in the hallway by myself. I'm dead serious. I had stand in the hallway outside the classroom by myself, and it got to a point where my classroom was next to the older kids, and I had a friend named Asia, who later in the years became my sister's friend. I don't know. I don't know how they met. My sister would have to tell that story, but I went to school with Asia. We was on the same bus and everything. And she'd be getting in trouble too because people was picking on her. So she would come and take me to her classroom, and when they go out to lunch, I mean when they go to the cafeteria for lunch, I would sit on her lap, and she had me playing Uno with the older kids and stuff like that. So Asia ended up becoming my friend up until I ended up leaving the school. And like I said, I left the school because I was fighting staff members, fighting students, and it just got to the point where I went crazy. I got kicked out of community school. They sent me to Devereaux. Devereaux was a group home. The boys had their side, the girls had their side. But I was sent to a group home. I ain't last there long. Yeah. So I was in Devereaux for a while, and I ain't like nobody there. I didn't. I ain't like none of the staff there. I mean, I ain't really had too many friends there. I hold on. So what happened was I I shared the room with somebody. Because there was like several rooms. Um, at first, the person I shared the room with, I thought was a girl. At first, and then I realized it was a boy. But it was some older boy. He slept on one side, and I slept on another. And but he was only there for a short period of time. Then his parents came to get him. It was weird. I lie you not, they had different staff members there. We had a nurse that was rude. The staff members, they take you to another building where they had a cafeteria where we eat. Most of the time, we'd be in the living room section watching movies and eating snacks like strawberry milk, apples, stuff like, crackers, stuff like that. And like I said, the staff members was rude. So when I eat my apples, I used to bite the red skin off and stick the skin under the couch pillows. And then one of the staff members realized what I was doing. I ain't listen. They're trying to find any way to get me to stop, and I would not listen to nobody. They kept on threatening that they was going to get the nurse to stick needles in me, all types of stuff. Deborah was crazy. They had staff members that that put you in the tub and try to, help you wash up as if I wasn't old enough to wash up myself. They tried to make it like prison, when you only had a short period of time to go outside. Every time we went outside, I kept on trying to run away. Even my first day being there, I was trying to run away. It was crazy. It was crazy. To be honest, I don't even know. I don't even remember how long I was there. I know I was there for a while. I just don't remember how long I was at Dev Row. It even got to a point where we was trying to do anything. We was trying to put me in different schools. Nobody like they wanted to take me. I remember one time we had to drive all the way to Darby and go to my old school. And the principal still worked there at the time. She wasn't forgiven. I was stuck. I've been at Delta by then, but there was. I was trying to go to so many different schools, and the principal at Walnut wanted to be a bitch, and no school would accept me. We went to different schools, and nobody would accept me, all because of Walnut. And I seen the way she was looking at me. I was a lot older, and I gave her the same mean look. I ain't care. Like, I may be older, but bitch, I ain't forget you. They had a poster of Rosa Parks. I do remember that. They had a poster of Rosa Parks in the principal office, so I was pretty much just staring at the poster the whole time. But Walnut was Walnut. And all because I karate chop kicked the principal in the stomach. I was stuck at Delta from late December 2000 all the way to June of 2013. I went through the good, the bad, the ugly of Delta. I done been bullied by staff members. I done been bullied by students. We done been in bus accidents. We done had moments where the bus came late or the bus ain't come at all. I had moments where staff members had to drive me home or my dad had to come pick me up. I chipped my tooth at Delta. I mean, it's so much stuff that used to happen at that school. I remember one time, I'm gonna tell y'all about an incident that happened that I never spoke on. I got in trouble, but I ain't getting in trouble for it. So what happened was, I don't know what house we was living at, but my uncle and aunt them, they used to stay with us most of the time. And my uncle must have been using my book bag and left his box cutter. So I went to school one day and I was digging in my book bag and realized that it was a box cutter in my book bag. No, this was before we had school monitors and stuff like that, or whatever it's called, where you walk under a thing and they search you. If it don't beat, they let you go by. If it beat, they pat you down and search your book bag. That was only for the students in the F building. Any other student that was in a different building, they'd just go to their building. So I know I'm sitting here beating these chips up. Like I said, I went through hell at Delta. I remember when I first went to Delta, I was homeschooled for a while, meaning I did not go to school. I had two women that came to the house and they pretty much talked to me, talked to my parents, and then do some activities with me. Then one of the women stopped coming, and then it was just one woman. I think her name was, I mean, their names was Denise and Heather. What's her name? Krishan. It said Krishan going live now with B Simone and Pretty Vic. Anyway, so I think Heather stopped coming and then it was just Denise. Anyway, so she'll come to the house, talk to my mom. We'd do activities together, and then she'd take me to like Pizza Hut or somewhere. And that happened for a while. And then this other lady, she started coming to the house and she'd just take me to the library and we'd read books and then I'd come back home. And that happened for a while. But then I guess they realized that it wasn't doing nothing for me because I wasn't getting no school action. They tried to put me in Bell Avenue, which was one of my cousin's school. But when I went to Bell Avenue, they put me in a classroom with older kids because the kids was doing work that I wasn't ready to do yet. So every single day I was going to Bell Avenue, the teacher ain't know what to do with me. So while she was teaching the other kids, I just be on the computer playing I'm playing computer games. But then I think my mom started to realize that I wasn't coming home with homework and I wasn't being taught nothing. So I wasn't at Bell Avenue for too long. Then Denise and Heather started coming back around. And they're trying to look for schools for me. They tried to put me in school for a blind. That ain't work. Then they tried to put me in another school, but I don't know what happened. And the crazy thing about it is this boy who I mean, It's weird because I remember going somewhere, and the crazy thing about it is this person I went to Delta with, him and his sister ended up going to this place. I remember where it was. There was this boy named Micah who was in the same classroom as me. And I went somewhere and he remembered me. His name was Micah Myers, not Michael Myers, but his name was Micah Myers. And this is when I first went to Delta. I remember him because for some reason, he used to eat these sandwiches. And I've never seen anything like this, but it's like this marshmallow paste or something like that. I think that's what it is. It's some kind of marshmallowy paste stuff. And he used to eat these sandwiches of it. And I didn't really know what it was. Mm. He'd be explaining it to the other students, and I'd be listening. I'd be like, okay. But anyway, so I was in Delta for a while, and like I said, I remember going to Delta. Denise and Heather ended up taking me and my mom to Delta, and I knew from the beginning I did not want to go to that school. I was nervous. I was scared. I seen there was a lot of older kids, way older than me, people that like they're damn near adults. And I just knew it wasn't the right school for me. But that's the school I ended up going to. When I first went to Delta, I was probably like about 9 or 10 years old. And it's crazy because it was this boy named Archer. Yeah, there's this boy named Archer. Crazy, I remember his name. But I remember one of my first days going to Delta, we didn't have no school bus. We had one of them short school vans, so it wasn't too many seats. And the van was already filled, and he had to move over, and he didn't want me to sit next to him. He didn't know me from a can of paint or a hole in the wall. And he was making it difficult because he didn't want me to sit next to him. But eventually, I ended up getting on the bus and I ended up making it to the school because they found a seat in the back. And the crazy thing about it is this asshole and we ended up being in the same classroom and ended up becoming cool later on. But yes, I went through hell being at Delta. Well, I got poop. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. I was gonna come stay downstairs, but I gotta go upstairs because I gotta take me a poop in the school. Well, Nelly. I know a lot of people probably gonna be talking trash about me because I said that on camera, but I don't even care. Oh shit. about to have to cut this off.